Hey guys, welcome back. So there have been comments about this series moving slowly. I just want to address that real quick. And I can't contextualize them, so I don't know if they're coming from people who aren't used to the genre or people that are expecting different things and stuff, but when I think back, I don't really feel like I'm using my time inefficiently. I'm pretty much constantly talking to new NPCs and exploring things and doing quests and all that. Like, this seems like I'm always doing stuff and not sitting around doing nothing, which I'm kind of doing right now as a result of talking about this, actually. But, it could be that things go slower than normal because I'm saying things out loud and I'm reading everything out loud instead of just reading it in my head like normal players would do. But that's how I do things on this channel, and I'm not going to stop doing that. Could be people that are just not used to CRPGs and think that I'm somehow supposed to go faster by changing the genre somehow, magically, or whatever. I don't know, but just saying that this is probably about how things are going to always go, so get used to it, or don't, or not, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to change anything, honestly. I will say that there is the option on YouTube to play things at like 1.5 times speed, though, so if you think I'm reading too slowly, you can technically make me read faster. But other than that, yeah, like, this is just the reality of how this series is going to play out. And that's that addressed for now. Who do we have to meet around here? Reg and Boz. Well, look who we have here. Chewing on some manner of cud, a heavy-set soldier flings spittle and crumbs as she talks. The Fatebinder finally shows himself. I'm Reg, the second soldier chimes in, and this is Boz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. The Fifth Eye has been a little starved for attention. He ordered us to watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Boz knits her fingers together, joints crackling as she smiles. Reg clears his throat loudly, scowling at Boz. Something like that. If you have questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone in camp who will give you answers, or even a smile. So we do have favor of the Scarlet Course. They might actually answer questions this time around in ways that they didn't before. Let's see. What can you tell me about the Fifth Eye? Reg trades an uncomfortable glance with Boz and lowers his voice to a whisper. They say he shares a direct link with the voices of Nerat. Guard your tongue around him. He's a little wild, bloodthirsty, mad. Boz thinks for a moment. Brilliant. Reg flinches and glances over his shoulder. I was going to say eccentric. The Chorus isn't picky about who joins the ranks, so you can expect to find some unusual types. Most are as likely to kill you as promote you. Tell me about yourself, Boz. I was a sellsword at the beck and call of the fat merchants. Just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized that I was only killing time. Then Kairos showed me a better way. Unity. Purpose. Now I fight for something, not just someone. Been watching the Scarlet Furies, practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join them yet, but I bet I could show you a thing or two. Tell me the thing about you, Reg. He scratches the back of his head, at a loss for words. I had a family, a farm. Then the chorus came and, well, now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel a blade pressed against your neck. Things like farms or families don't seem as important. I used to have nightmares thinking about the culling. Felt awful, remembering how I hacked my ma and dad to bits just so I could survive. When the Scarlet Chorus conscripts a village, they hold a ceremony known as the culling. Every able-bodied man, woman, and child is given a weapon and forced to fight their family and friends to the death. Those who survive are deemed strong enough, and free from old ties, to join the army of the voices of Nerat. So that's why that last thing I did worked out then, is because having one of them kill their fellow soldiers is a good way to join the ranks here. Reg's eyes, shadowed for a moment with sorrow, take on a feverish gleam. The Fifth Eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde, and took me an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. If my mom and dad could see me now, they'd be so proud. Except for the part where you are a family murderer. They might not be as psyched about that part. I guess you just remove that part from your memories and see how it works out. Show me what the Fifth Eye has been teaching you, Reg. We'll make this valley burn. Jeez. Okay, so I can... Ranks train this level 0 out of 5. Oh, so you can... There's a limit on how many times you can rank up a specific skill. Interesting. So if I click on you... It'll cost me 9, which isn't a ton. I'm curious. So if I click on lore, what's the exact impact here? 9 out of 15. Or 9 out of 45. So I've trained 1 rank total. Oh, you can only train, looks like 5 ranks per level just in general. So you probably have to pick and choose between different things. Although if I train 1 more thing, I'd probably immediately hit level 2. So what does she train? Oh. We have some favoritism, so they're talking differently. Boz spits a wad of chewed bread into her open palm. These rations are foul. Taste it. Can't tell if it's poison or mold. I heard our watches spotted his favorite scout in the grain stores. You don't think? I feel fine. Maybe it's an herb to slow my hand in battle. Sabotage is a coward's weapon. Maybe it's just gone bad. Seeing you, Reg pockets his ration without taking a bite. Fatebinder? So what can Boz teach us? Bows, dual-wielding, and unarmed. None of those are really a priority, so I would avoid that. Oh, it keeps going. Boz and Reg trade conversation in hectic whispers. Do you feel strange? Yeah. Reg rubs his shoulders nervously. Ever since the Fatebinder spoke to Kairos' edict, I've felt like bugs were crawling under my skin. They notice you approach with mixed expressions. Oh, didn't you see you there, Fatebinder? Even though I've never left. Let's, get 1 more rank, just because I want to see it level me up. So, lore... Which one did I did last time? I did subterfuge, didn't I? So does that progress meter mean that that's how much it takes to get the next level? So if I pay, I'm actually kind of... I think if I get a tiny bit more subterfuge experience, it just levels up on its own, right? Perhaps? I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at, to be honest, with some of this menu. Level up! Your characters earn enough of experience to advance a level. With each level, maximum health increases, your character's fully healed, you also increase 1 attribute of your character, and purchase new talent, and, yeah. Straightforward enough. So I can apply 1 point now to my character, thankfully. We can go into Might, would give us, more thrown weapon, more one-handed weapon, athletics, basically everything my character currently specializes in, all the way down to the, control vigor, which is not a bad idea. Although accuracy helps, because accuracy is what is counted against enemy armor. So it seems like I should probably put points into that too. So let's perhaps do a little bit of that. There we go. And now we have a lot to look at. I've been slightly afraid of this moment. We have a lot of skills going on. Alright, so agility is what? Double attack. A feint. Blinds your opponent as you strike them with your attack. That's neat. Or just move faster in combat in general. At a range, I can hit their feet for a hobble. Escape. So I can add... Let's see. I break current engagement and root my enemy. That could be really useful. So you can break from the fight safely, which is not a bad tactic to have. Poison dart just means that your thrown weapon is poisoned. Safe distance. Gain a bonus to accuracy when attacking targets that are farther than 5 meters away. Here's Heart Shot. We start off with this one even though it's down here, surprisingly. Bonus to accuracy is tempting for sure. Piercing Throw adds armor penetration. Here's the magic skills. So bonus lore. Adds a special breach affliction to thrust attacks. Grants a bonus to magic skill. Charge Strike charges up your magic staff to create a... I'm not going to use any magic staffs, probably. I'm probably going to be all agility and range and stuff like that, and if I can cast magic from that, I'll do that. Leadership's got to be my special tree for being the main character, so, but we can't do any of that yet, so we'll look at that later. Shield Mastery. So, make your defenses more effective, causes your thrust to interrupt your enemy, slam your shield to daze your opponent, and then Power. Cleave is a cone attack. I don't know how you can do a sweeping cone attack with the valid weapons. Thrown weapons, really. I was wondering I didn't think you'd be able to do a sweeping attack with a spear. Focus Strike adds penetration. Palm Strike. interrupts them, pushing them back, silencing them. I'm going to go for safe distance. I like that sound. The sound of that skill. I also like passives. Those are useful, because I already have a decent number of skills to look at. Okay, let's meet people. So, there's someone over here. Oh, there's a few people over here. So we have some members of the disfavored here. Salvaros. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunon. The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting, or a superstitious man, I say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I'm pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as... He spreads his thickly gloved hands wide. This here mud and shit stinking chorus camp. Have anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you've noticed something unusual during your time here. He cants his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no. The screamers seem mostly in order, sir. And I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, sir. Still as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Of course, even if I was, I'd be damn near impossible to learn anything through this shit sty. Fifth Eye and those damn Furies don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail, and it's not for lack of trying on my part. What do you mean? Lost favor of Scarlet Chorus just for asking what he means? That seems weird. Okay. I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from Iron Marshal Aranus for reinforcements, if needed. But they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight besides the brethren that I could request. Why are you stationed with the chorus? From the way most of the days go, you'd think I was here to row with the Blood Chanters and Scarlet Furies, but my post is to represent the disfavored's interest before Fifth Eye and the Scarlet Choruses, before Iron Marshal Aranus. Not that I've gotten to do either in so much as the last span. Have they been cooperative? No one tells me anything. They all lack honor and discipline. Don't think they could cooperate even if that's what if they actually wanted. He grunts. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, considering they serve the Archon of Secrets. You speak ill of one of Kairos' generals? No. You must know. I mean no disrespect to the Overlord, sir. He shifts beneath the weight of his armor, uncomfortably. Besides, only a dumb shit or a dying man would insult the voices in his own camp, and I don't intend to be neither. Our lives are at risk, and even then you can't get along with the chorus. Begging your pardon, sir, but I've never fought a battle where my life wasn't on the line. He shrugs. Kind of the nature of war, isn't it? You act like it's a punishment to be assigned to this detail. Isn't it? I know I fucked up to get here. Got 3 days in the hole and a nice little promotion to go with my new post. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. He adjusts his chin towards the distant valley. I should be out there, fighting for Ash's glory, not standing here ready to run back to report something should something ever finally fucking happen. What exactly did you do to end up here? Made the grave mistake of suggesting the Iron Marshal wasn't fully utilizing the Scarlet Chorus. Well, here I am. A liaisons officer to a camp of liars and cheats who'd sooner gut me than ask for my aid. Guess she showed me. Farewell. So no new quest there, but definitely someone that was willing to talk to me. So we do have a member of each of the opposite camp in each base, fittingly. Who's over here? Death Knell. You? As much an accusation as a question, the broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So you're Tunon's Fatebinder. I was expecting something more... impressive? She bows in spite of her misgivings. Death Knell, Scarlet Fury, my time is yours for as long as it amuses me. The fighter effortlessly spins a bronze sword about in her hand. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words and law. Leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would just be a tripping hazard to those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. That's not really fitting to say after I just took my team just took out a team of their people a moment ago. We've got enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All our horde recruits seem good for of late is piling a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft flicks of her wrist. Keep up, and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards again. Now what do you need? What were you expecting? Let's see. Death now counts on her fingers, conducting some mental tally. From your deeds during the conquest, to how you've helped us since then, I expected a mountain. A warrior of colossal size who could shout a Repart wall into submission. She smiles. But I think you'll do just fine. Insult me again, and I'll bury that blade into your belly before you can scream. Yay! I know how they like to talk. That's how it works. She peels a surprised but pleased laugh at your threat, tapping the flat of the blade against her thigh. She cants her neck until it audibly cracks. Maybe there's something more to you Fatebinders after all. You said something about the horde thinning. Swelling until thundering, then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent if anything, but more likely, just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance to live, to be reborn into something better. Putting any and every able body to the sword, like the disfavored do, is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. It merely requires the proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Vendrian Guards, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn, so I've a better plan hatched. And what might that be? I'm thinking we redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing ourselves to the gills with oathbreakers claimed from the battlefield. How exactly do you plan to convince them? A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Binder? You might be able to ease them into the idea, and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process. If it means expediting the end of this meandering conflict, so be it. The remote settlement has been unlocked. The Fury howls in satisfied laugh and smacks you dead on the back. My methods are surefire, you'll see. I'll mark the settlement on your map. She grins, biting her bottom lip bloodied. Really? Oh, I think that... Was it already bloodied? Or did she bite her lip to bleed it right there? Weird. I can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts. Farewell. So now we've been sent off to recruit new people. That map's got to be populating really quickly. Is that the map? There we go. There's a crossing, there's a remote settlement. The Tripnino Wilderness should be where the big important figure should be, and then there's the northern clearing. Unfortunately, I have to kind of go back where I came from to go to the remote settlement, so maybe I'll loop around perhaps and see if that's possible, or at least go down this way and come back. Maybe. Show map names? Oh, that's useful. Yeah, just keep that on. Then I don't have to highlight things. It's not like running out of space or anything. So there's Echocall. How's she doing? Variah slowly cleans a rusting blade and nods at you with a distant stare. It's gonna be a change of pace for you. What's over here? Got some water and grain and fish. I'm robbing the Scarlet Chorus. No one can stop me because I work for the main guy. There it is.
Can't do that.
Oh, that's a subterfuge thing. That's not getting done. There's one. I can take their weapons? Shattered glass vial. Yay! Totes worth it. Great. What's down here? One last box. A lot of shattered glass vials. How is a shattered glass vial even treated as one item? That almost seems strange in itself because there's so many There's just...
Can't do that.
It's like a bunch of individual shards of glass just everywhere. Oh, I have to go all the way around? I noticed there's items on the map over here. So I'm making my way down. There's one. Broken staff. Disappointing, but thankfully I don't think that there's any equip load limit on your... I don't think there's any sort of equipment load limit on your stash, for your party stash. It's like some sort of invisible force, more or less. Let's maybe go do a mission next. I was tempted to talk to my party members because they all have dialogue for me, I think. But maybe I'll wait off. Except hers is flashing. I should probably speak to Verse. How did you do that? Verse looks at you with a quizzical expression. Do what? Back in Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Well, I've done it before. Don't I look stupid? You were the one who cast the Edict of Storms on Stalwart, didn't you? The one that tore the battlefield apart with the cyclone of Kairos' anger. That was me, alright? Well, call me impressed. Considering that you've read the words of Kairos more than once, I'm surprised that you're even alive to tell for it. Your vocal cords should have turned to ash by now. I don't think that's how it works. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognizing that what you've done. Not only are you Tunon's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. That's enough for now. So that was follow-up from something from much earlier. Hello. A bloodied hound fist wraps. I thought that was just a hand. This said bloodied hand at first. Fist wraps. Oh, the light armor. Interesting. I'll put that on a character and take a look at it. I'm sure someone can use it. And maybe you can use this hammer. Let's take a look around. So... this hammer is... one-handed. You have a disfavored iron sword. That's the comparison. Yeah, comparison's automatic. Less armor penetration, but more DPS, more accuracy, and more recovery. Probably worth equipping. Let's see, his skills, I assume... yeah, he specializes in one-handed weapons. There's no mention of weapon type. His one skill is just one-handed weapons, so yeah, there's no reason for him to stick with a sword necessarily. Let's switch that out. I'll put this one in the stash. Sure. Get the bloodied hand wraps. So they are light leather armor. There's fused iron gauntlets, so it does compare to the current character and not who's currently holding it. So he already has gloves. I do too, apparently. But this increases every stat. So let's go ahead and change that out then. There we go. There's no upside to this one, right? I don't think so, no. So this is a light armor. How do they compare to you? 1 deflection, reduced recovery, and reduced DPS. How about you? More deflection, precision, less recovery. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and dump this off. Oop. Stash it. We have a helm just kind of floating around right now. So you're not wearing a helm right now at all? Nope, but this one's better than mine. Let's keep our main character healthy if I can. Gotta slowly replace all these crappy Fatebinder items I have. So he can't even take his armor off. It's all locked to him. Because he literally can't take his clothes off. So he's all that we can do is switch out his weapons and his accessories. So might as well equip this helm, because you don't have one right now. Does it make your... it does make your recovery a little slower, but running around with no equipment might be just as bad. I think you're like the last guy here to talk to. Snigler Dagos. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name Snigler Dagos, originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire. I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kairos' forces supplied with only the finest goods, local and imported. Let me see your wares. He winces a little. It's not much, but let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. The Ripper. That's neat. That's a thrown weapon? Yeah, one-handed and thrown weapons. Does that make it a thrown weapon or not, though? Yeah, it has a ranged attack. Interesting. I can't afford it at all, but keep that in mind for later. He's got an upgrade for my thrown weapon. In fact, seems like he might have an upgrade for everyone. Let's see, there's a dagger. Seems like everything here is likely to be some kind of upgrade. So they've got good gear, but it's all very expensive, or at least I don't have any money yet, so by my standards it's certainly expensive. And with that done, I think we're done here. Alright. Oops, not load. Just going to throw one of those down real quick and get right on out of here. Oh, there's one little thing waiting for me over here. There you are. It is Shattered Iron Garbage. Yay. Let's go do a mission. We've waited long enough, I think. So Echocall Crossing's right there. I might as well go there first. It's right around the corner, practically. No matter what, I have to double back. Or I can go straight to Trip Nettle, which is where this tough guy is. He might be tough, though, so if I can get experience and gear at all, it might be better to do that afterwards rather than immediately. It will take you 3 hours. Let's do it. And no special encounters. And here's some new scenery, which looks similar to other scenery. Oh, keep watch. And the enemy may strike at any moment. You don't say. Oh right, these are my friends. This is a disgrace. The Oathbreakers must be having quite a laugh at our expense. Back over here. Maintain defensive posture. Winded, the disfavored commander clutches his blood-stained chest piece as he takes a deep breath, gathering his thoughts. His focus is on the scattered wounded men around him. He has yet to notice you. Your plan has been a rousing success. Most of your troops dead. A bridge destroyed. And the Vendrian Guard push us back to where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, the finest the North has to offer. And for your next attack... or act... I need those Furies on point. Don't mock my strategy after working against it. We could have taken them. What is happening? Shouldn't you be on the other side of that bridge? We tried to rush the western bridge, blow for blow. We had them running, but his gaze drops, a long sigh escapes. But halfway across, the whole damn river the Blood Chanter gesticulates, flailing for words, lurched up. The cursed Matani swallowed the bridge and most everyone on it. The only real soldiers we have left are the Scarlet Furies that I, quite wisely, directed into a flanking position. A few of us kept our footing, but the advantage was lost. We had to fall back. As we did, the Oathbreakers surged down the east bridge. We held ground until they fled back across the river, but now we're back where we started, with only a fraction of the strength. So this is interesting. We know that they have water powers, so they probably have some mage on the other side of the river that specifically used the entire river to sabotage the ambush. I mean, the march. Let's see. A member of the School of Tides is alive and working with the Vendrian Guard. I assure you, she is the culprit. That would explain it. I saw a woman dressed in blue at the other side of the river. Didn't seem like she fit with the others. Had we focused our strength into one perfect lunge, we could have crossed the bridge before the enemy knew what was killing them. But it's not too late. We can still use the Scarlet Furies to... No, fool! Stop suggesting ways to get my gang killed. Are you working for the Oathbreakers? We should wait until the enemy is no longer on high alert. Let's see. I can say Antonio's still in command, follow his orders. If his plan isn't a good one, what would you suggest instead? Or we can sit and wait for Kairos' edict to kill us, or we can do something. If Antonio's plan isn't a good one, what would you suggest instead? There is time for initiative and time for patience. We should try a different part of the river. Or come back later. The enemy is too wary of us now. Are you in such a rush to see Kairos' edict come to pass? Sorry, Quip, but I'll strap you to my back and charge down the other bridge alone, but doing nothing isn't an option. Well, we can sit and wait for Kairos' edict to kill us, or we can do something. If this were a hearing of grievances, I'd let you call the shots, but we are talking about the lives of my gang. Conscripts are copper a dozen, but Furies. I have worked hard to secure the loyalty of my gang. I will not scrap fine warriors on such buffoonish a plan. So I can attack him, if that's one option. Let's see. Perhaps if you had help covering the costs of enticing replacement warriors to your gang, or how about you just tell me what you like in exchange for cooperation? Or I could just beat him. I'm just gonna beat him. What was that? Begin the wrath of the Scarlet Chorus. Your fist lands a telling blow, staggering the chanter. A bruised smile covers his face when he turns to face you. Bloody me all you want, but the Furies will only follow my orders. This is a waste of time. Well, that didn't actually help. But hey, we got Wrath. That's fun. Yay! Not even close to tier 1 yet, are we? Nope. How about you just tell me what you'd like in exchange for your cooperation? Well now, what would make me happy? The chanter taps his chin as he loudly sighs in faux contemplation. Oh, I know, Fatebinder. Order Antonio here to beg for my help. Make sure he stresses how incapable he is, and how critical it is that the chorus rescue him. I will not stand for such insults. This assault is my command. I'm not about to grovel for your servitude. That's... alright. So I either can pick a side, or I can say the bickering is useless again. So I'm starting to think that picking sides often might actually be more effective than not picking sides, though. Let's see. The problem with the whole concept of he had the stomach to the insult of losing warriors to your full plan seems fair. The problem there is that, of course, he's the one that has a bunch of soldiers left still, whereas Antonio is actually the one that lost a bunch of them. It would be easier though if we could just give people what they want and get past this petty, just swallow the petty bullshit and move forward. He had to stomach the insult of losing warriors to your full plan. Seems fair. Gained fear with Barrack and wrath of the disfavored and lost favor with the dishonored. Or the disfavored. We've had mixed results. Gained fear. Their reactions are all over the place, huh? I wish you wouldn't feed this one's ego. He's deserved none of the satisfaction you'll take from this disgusting exchange. By Kairos' fist... Command Antonio turns his head aside, spitting through his half-muttered curses. Fine. Please. Oh, please. Help us, bitter quip. Without your intervention, this disfavored mission will most certainly fail. He turns away from the chanter's impish grin to stare at you with a searing irritation. Ah. Stretching out a smug victory. He rubs his belly with a sated glee. If only I could capture those words in my water skin and have sips of your delicious failure in my days of despair. The chanter nods with a satisfied smile. Now that we have that settled, listen up. For this to work, my Furies need a moment to get out of cover. Fatebinder, need to run up the east bridge. Don't get yourself killed, just draw their attention. I'll signal my Furies to send a rope across while you have them occupied. There's no time to waste. Let's hope your gang delivers. Antonio turns to you, nodding with a heavy frown. Thank you, Fatebinder, and good hunting. Hey, he still thanked me. Maybe I'll just gain a reputation with all of them simultaneously after they realize that this whole thing worked out. Or not. Let's see. Attack the eastern bridge. What could go wrong? Got a big old gang of people I barely know how to use. I'm sure we'll nail this. So, eastern bridge down here. Right, we should check these bodies. Ooh, iron greatsword. It's two-handed, which no one necessarily uses yet. Potion of revival. 1 wound removed and revive. I probably should wait for somebody to actually go down in combat. Let's put that on my main character. Put the greatswords away for now. Oh, that was an AoE loot. Neat. It looted 2 of them. I like when that happens. Iron greatsword. broken falx. Probably useful for some kind of currency items. How do I get up there? Oh, straightforward. Oh. Enemy spotted, but I don't think we're in combat yet. Oh, camping supplies. Neat. And a healing potion. I like healing potions. Probably should have given that to someone else. Let's drag that over real quick. That's a lot for that character in particular. Maybe a few tanky characters, and... How do I split? There we go. Give them to my 2 frontliners first of all. The soldier has numerous wounds on his body. The cold forms of 2 elderly villagers lay nearby, 2 victims that he ultimately could not shield from harm. So somebody was trying to save them, and didn't work out. Most of the homes on the southern side of the river have been abandoned, much like this one. Few of Apex's citizens believe that raising a blue flag will be respected by Kairos' forces. So I can fight my way through these guys, or what's over here? That's a Scarlet Fury down there? So that's the alternate path that they're going to be taking. Oh, yep. They're noticing me again. It would be interesting to see if I could somehow use this to my advantage.
Can't do that.
Let's see. Let's go with 1. Whoa. Oh, stealth. Right. Select all. There we go. There's the skills. I just want to see the range of this attack, because this probably is approximate attack range. It's not great. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to shoot down the cliff, but that seems not particularly likely.
See that? Lightly.
I see no other items down here. Alright, let's get ready for combat. Trap detected.
What have we here?
Let's try stealthing the party.
Nothing.
Alright, so who has the highest subterfuge skill? Are they the ones that can take care of traps, I believe? Subterfuge. Move unseen through their environment. Detect and manipulate hidden traps. Okay. He's got 31. 26. 22. 23. Highest subterfuge skills actually for my main character.
On it.
Let's give this a shot, see if I can disarm this. 21 subterfuge required to disarm, I think. Yeah, I see them. More
Found
traps.
something.
A lot of traps here. Good luck, me. That's 1 down. There's a deer up there. Any more around here? Nope. And I'll probably end up in combat the moment I attack. So, what if I went for a stealth attack? Attack one of them from stealth, leave stealth, go charging in.
Can't do that.
Let's see how this works out. I'm sure he'll be fine. Well, it hurt them. That's good. 10 piercing damage. Okay, so you guys leave stealth immediately. And you're gonna go in for the attack. So are you. You're gonna go over here and attack. You're gonna get the hell out of there. Whee! Actually, let's get you over here. I need to specifically get their attention blocked. There we go. Got a bit of distance away. Okay, I think I did some. I think I held shift at the wrong time and made a mistake there. I meant to have her attack this guy. Let's go for Blood-Soaked Stone. Yeah. Oh, right. Gotta click the target. How's that working out for you? Ooh, is she dead already? Lantry annihilated Outrunner. I guess that worked. Alright, everyone pick your new targets. Let's see, is it... Select all is... F5. Make sure we all attack the right target here. Oh yeah, they'll be down in a moment. That went so cleanly. Almost as if we gravely outnumbered them or something. Can we loot these characters? We cannot. Sure. Well, that went well. all things considered. Let's see, is F6 quick save? Yep, there it is. Found it. Hello, additional bad guys. How are you doing today? Very tempting to do the same thing again. How have they not seen me yet, by the way? That's impressive in its own right. I think sneaking in for the quick attack is probably reasonable. Concealing shadows would also help with the follow-up attacks that happen right afterwards. That's probably a good way to avoid anything really bad happening. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. We'll do the Heart Strike. Yeah. Oh, scripted event. You there, and you! Signaling her warriors to the bridge, a woman in the regalia of Vendrian Guard, captain... the regalia of a Vendrian Guard captain, pierces the commotion with her shrill soprano. Get over here. The disfavored are back. Guess they forgot a javelin or two. Be a doll, would you, and hurl them back? That's Matani Sybil. We probably want to get the hell off this bridge, don't we? Wait. Not another disfavored. This is a Fatebinder. She looks you up and down. Odd. I would have expected, well, just more soldiers. Here to convince us to kneel, or lose our heads. Let's see. Change. I can say I want to resolve this with as little killing as possible, or change requires bloodshed, but hopefully it'll end soon. Or the sooner you surrender, the sooner your children can live in prosperity. That's a few leaps past what they're willing to accept, most likely. I need to resolve this insurrection with as little killing as possible. I have a hard time believing such words. What is the mantra? Kairos does not wish to rule a wasteland. The disfavored have stopped taking work slaves. Don't pretend we aren't targeted for elimination. Your friends seem to have misplaced most of their squad. Guess they're somewhere in my river. She shrugs sarcastically. My family's been protecting this river for 6 generations, so it's easy to lose track with all the looters and vagrants we've had to feed to the eels. Unless you want to try running leap over, you're stuck. Maybe try heading downstream to Placid Crossing. We have more warriors there, and I'm certain they'd be just as happy to kill you. The Tidecaster that did this, same one that met me for a truce? Trying to take stock of our crew? She lets out a snort, laughing to herself. We've had unexpected help as late. Kill and rape a realm enough, and everyone comes out of the woodwork to shiv you in the ear. Let us across, and we will grant you mercy. Hold your oars a second. I have a statement prepared from Captain Ari for just this moment. She reaches into her belt and, with an impish smile, pulls her hand out to reveal nothing but the local hand gesture for penis. Well, there's a second missive here somewhere. She feigns scouring her pockets once more before displaying her phallic gesture again. You know I specialize in throwing weapons, right? This is not a good... you're not that safe. As amusing as I find this soon-to-be corpse, it would appear that our distraction has paid off. He nods off to the west. Satisfied, she turns to leave, calling out to you as she does. I wouldn't keep standing there, Fatebinder. The river's currents are quite unpredictable. And I'm taking it that they've been ambushed to this point. Oops, gotta select all. They've probably been ambushed by now. Well, that was amusing. At least the character interactions are decent in this game. I've played so many RPGs lately with boring-ass characters. It's not been a great time. The reprieve is welcome. This game and Masquerada both have decent interactions. Well done. While you were toying with the Oathbreakers, my gang had the opportunity to set up a rope on the collapsed bridge over yonder. The Furies want to join our battle. The Furies wait to join you in battle. What is your plan now? Plan now is to lower that bridge. My warriors can't swim in their armor. The lighter troops, he points squarely at you, can move across the rope, then lower the bridge. We'll meet you on the other side. crossing by rope, are we? Barrett clears his throat and shifts his weight awkwardly. In that case, I might recommend that I go last. Yeah, he's just as heavy as all the other disfavored here, if not worse. For once, I agree with Antonio. I'm sorry, Antio. I keep wanting to say Antonio. Damn it. Bitterquip points across the water in animated alarm. My gang's been spotted. Go now, before they overwhelmed. It's battle time! We'll see how this goes. Also, probably not a terrible time just to hit that F6 real quick. Oh, you mean... Whoopsie. The rope they're talking about is over here. Yeah. My bad. Don't I double click to make you run faster or something? Alright. Should you go first? Rope crossing. Kairos' soldiers have tied a rope to the bridge to bridge the two halves of the river. It looks sturdy enough to cross by hand. What if the first two people... What if only like 2 people make it across and then it breaks or something? That'd be rough. What? Go across it. Oh, I have to click on it here. I thought that was just a tutorial pop-up. Oh, we're all across. I was thinking that I had to do something tactical. Hello? Combat has begun. Alright. Hit him in the face. Everyone hit him in the face. Oh, there's actually more of them now. Okay. Wow. The Scarlet Furies did not last, did they? Is that all of them? That is all of them. They're all dead now. Alarming. Okay, sure.
Take that.
I'll tear your skeleton out by...
Alright, so the fight has begun. This person's definitely taking damage, as hoped. No one's really taking damage on my team yet, so I don't have to worry about heals quite yet. Could do Blood-Soaked Stone just to get one of them out of the way quickly. Decent way of quickly removing one of the enemies. Let's see. Can I see how far away he is? I get a bonus at 5 meters, but how long is 5 meters is the question. Oh wait, no, I can probably gauge this a little bit. The range of this thing is... somewhere? I thought this had a range. Accuracy. It just says ranged. Am I missing something? I don't see a range actually listed on there. I could be wrong. Anyway. Let's apply a bleed over here while everyone else is focused on the other target. There we go. This person's unlikely to last. Our team is mostly keeping it together. Got to deal with this person taking damage. Let's help quicken. Restoring touch has already been used, huh? On who? Alright, let's see what I can do to defend you a bit. I have stances, right? You're in the accuracy stance. Let's go for the 3 whispers stance. That'll hopefully help. Okay, those are getting bad. We'll go for healing potion on self. There we go. Let's have you hang back. Just to not be the primary target of the next attacks. Everyone else is doing fine. Ow. You sure rooted that guy that's standing still. There we go. I just wanted her to join the fight last so that she doesn't become the first target of it. Hey, we kept the only person here alive. I wonder if... They're all placed in a way that seem like make me think that they're pre-scripted to die there. I don't think they died because I was slow or anything. Bring those... Oh, those are the ones that are already on our inventory. Staff of Boreal Frost. So, bonus DPS and so on, but it might not work for her, the weapon types. Let's see, Iron Javelin. How's that work out? More armor penetration, less everything else. I'll put it over here and think about it. Sage's Hood. That would complement the rest of his set. There's no other inventory. Yeah, we looted everyone at once. Okay. Let's put the Sage's Hood on. There we go. Now it fits with everything else he's wearing. This purple bastard. So... does he I think he might require thrown weapons to even function properly, right? Sigil of Life. What does that do? Does this say only... oh, Lantry's Quill has Sigil of Life. That has like a bonus to... +10 to control life, right? This thing is... control Frost. I don't think he has a single Frost spell, actually. Maybe we'll hold off on that. Alright. It's time for a siege.